Yo, welcome to another episode of the Superkick Podcast. I'm your host, Ringside P. Hope you guys had a good couple of days. We had Monday Night Raw. I don't think I even got into the number one contenders match for Monday Night Raw, which was a fatal four-way between Ricochet, Jey Uso, Bronson Reed, and Drew McIntyre, which ended in a hilarious way. CM Punk interfering again with Drew McIntyre, costing him another chance at the championship. So we know we're gonna get a CM Punk Drew matchup at some point. But Jey Uso won. He won the match. So we're gonna get Jey Uso versus Damian Priest. I'm assuming at Backlash, which is in May in France. But that was that. So we're gonna get into the SmackDown. But before we get started with that, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, give me feedback. Man, check out my reels. Like I always say, check out my podcast. Check out everything. Check out the Superkick store. Still got stuff out there. It's getting hot, so you might not be able to get a hoodie, but I got some tees. I'm make some more designs and stuff for shirts or whatnot. Stickers, socks, still hats. Yeah, man, just check all that stuff out. I'm on Spotify. You can check that out. If you can't watch me on YouTube, you can listen to me on Spotify. So you can get me just about anywhere you want me at, pause. But yeah, let's get into the show. SmackDown kicked off with Cody Rhodes coming out, doing the typical new champion after WrestleMania, greeting the crowd. Crowd love him, going wild. Gave a small little recap of what happened on Monday Night Raw with him and The Rock in the interaction or whatever. Cracked a little jokes about how the audience was saying, the crowd was saying how awkward it was, because it was a very drawn out segment for no reason at all. It was just like The Rock was like a drunk uncle, man, just talking to you and just rambling on and on. And you're ready to just leave. Like, that's how I feel when people give me like small talk and I'm ready to go, but I don't know how to exit the scene or say bye. Without just kind of like shuffling out of the picture, and hopefully they just get the idea that I just don't want to talk anymore. But that's how I felt. So Cody, does his thing, announces how they're having a tournament in a sense, 2 different triple threat matches and then the winner of those 2 matches are going to go against each other to determine his opponent at Backlash. And I guess that's one of the pros of Cody Rhodes being the new champion is you got new storylines, new matches, new rivalries and feuds to start. Roman went through everybody, so there was no one else really for him to fight unless you go and double up stories again or rivalries again or whatever. There was no one new for him to face. So with Cody, I guess that is one of the pros of Cody being champion, and he's a face. Everyone loves Cody. No, how can you hate Cody? So we got that. Let me push this out the way. So we got that. So looking forward to the 2 triple threat matches later in the night. So I think the first one, if I remember correctly, was Santos Escobar, LA Knight, and the almighty Bobby Lashley. Before I get into that match, the winner of that match, it's going to lead me into the superstar with the Superkicks of the week. I'm just going to breeze through it real quick. Angelo Dawkins came out, and also they still don't have a name, but they got merch. So it's a small minor victory, but I'm happy that they're making some progress in the right step. Maybe they will get an actual name, but like I say, the Bobby Lashley and Street Profits had some merchandise. They both had hoodies on. I think B Fab had a shirt on. I might check it out later on the WWE shop, but it was like, oh man, that's the first thing I noticed was that. And then I noticed that Angelo Dawkins, the reason why he's my superstar of the week, superstar with Superkicks of the week, is because he has some Nike Air more up tempos, that I got next style. So I liked how they was looking on him or whatnot. So those were cool. Then we get into the triple threat match. And like most triple threat matches, well, this one, chaos ensues. The Gallo del Fantasma comes out, interfere in the match, and creating an opportunity for LA Knight to win. So LA Knight won the match, so Now he got to wait to see who he's going to face next week in the triple threat match later on. I'm just breezing through everything. So it was a decent match. I didn't mind it. Like I said, because I guess I'm happy to see new storylines and new matchups for Cody, you know. So then we get out and we come next with a whole lot of bloodline like segment, and it's like I was wondering, like, all right, Roman lost at WrestleMania. What's next for the bloodline? Will he be at SmackDown? Are they going to address WrestleMania? But Paul Heyman be there? Would Jimmy be there? Would Solo be there? What are they going to do? You know, there was like a little backstage thing where the bloodline lost their locker room. It is now Cody Rhodes' locker room, and Paul Heyman had to explain, like, yo, this is what happened. Like, this is the champion's locker room. And so for us to get this back, the championship has to come back to the bloodline, you know. Just like Solo understood the assignment, you know, and his deep and dark mystery eyes or whatever. He's just like, okay, I got this, you know, in his Solo voice. And so they come out and Paul Heyman, you know, kind of congratulates Cody Rhodes and addresses the tribal chief. And it's like, hey, we went silver, and he took his eye off the ball, and they kind of wrapped up. Well, I don't think it's wrapped up. The whole Shield story, in a sense, where when Seth Rollins over 10 years ago betrayed the Shield and hit Roman in the back, and that's what happened at WrestleMania. Roman saw his chance for revenge and hit Seth in the back, but made him take his eye off the ball and cost him the match in the championship and his streak, you know, in his title reign or whatever. So he kind of wrapped that up. Then Solo felt like the conversation wasn't done, and something needs to be done about people not winning around here, which is kind of weird, you know. It's the cattle called in Pop Black, you know. I think that's what it is. I feel like I said that wrong, but it's weird because Solo hasn't won a match since he fought, like, I think, like, John Cena at Fastlane or one of those pay-per-views where no, I think it was before that, but he dominated John Cena, and after that he just been on a losing streak. But I guess we kind of threw it out the window because that was last season. And so after WrestleMania, everything starts over new. So, hey, we forgot about that. So, what? You're undefeated right now, right? So he's angry, he's upset, and he's like, you know, we got to do something about people losing. And a loss means time for change. And that could have meant, I'm thinking that means more than one thing, you know. Roman lost, you know. But who else lost at WrestleMania was Jimmy. Jimmy lost. And Solo starts to approach Jimmy, and Jimmy gets like all kind of defenses, like, yo, I'm your brother, you know. And Solo goes in for a hug and tells him that he loves him, and he backs off. And then this mysterious person in a black, I don't know why, where's these endless supplies of black hoodies at? These little zip up hoodies that people just seem to throw on, and so you don't know who they are, and they can be mysterious gas or whatever. Anyway, this mysterious person attacks Jimmy Uso, beats him down, and it turns out to be Tommy Tonga. I'm not really familiar with Tommy Tonga, just because I'm mainly a WWE guy. You know, I know he's the son of Haku from back in the day or whatnot. So if you guys have time or get a chance, send me your best Tommy Tonga matches that you think that he has had in his career, so I can check him out, so I can get familiar with him, so I can know who he is, so I can understand a little bit better why he's here. You know, what I know is he's not related to them, to the Roman and them in their bloodline tree, but something's gonna happen, and I feel that there's a pairing between the two of them in this situation for some reason, and I look forward to seeing exactly what that reason is. But I need to do a little more research on that to find out a little bit more about Tommy Tonga, and then be able to go forward from there. But also, so Tommy Tonga attacks Jimmy Uso, and Solo starts giving his big brother Jimmy Uso, at least like 3 or 4 Samoan spikes to the neck, lays Jimmy out, put a chair around Jimmy's head, throws him in the corner, hit him with the Uso, I guess, not splash, but charge in the corner or whatnot. lays Jimmy out. Paul Heyman, he doesn't know, but he's devastated. He's confused, and he's like, don't beat me up, And Solo pulls him over, and they throw up the ones. And it seems like we have a new bloodline going forward after WrestleMania. And like I said, it's pretty interesting to see who is the leader of this bloodline. Early in the show, Paul Heyman told Solo like the belt has to come back, and that's orders of the tribal chief. Later on, after the attack on Jimmy Uso, Solo looks at Paul Heyman and says, also quotes the saying the same phrase about orders of the tribal chief, and kind of like smirks, and we're like, well, I'm kind of like, well, who is the tribal chief? Are we talking about Roman? Are we talking about The Rock? Because I feel like we're going to have that face off, head to head at some point, because we didn't get it this year. Or are we talking about someone else? Is Solo going into business for himself? It's just, more things to be revealed later on, hopefully, So we got that. So I'm hoping that we can get a bloodline versus bloodline War Games match at Survivor Series. I think that would be crazy. I hope they go in that direction with everything. I think there's enough members of the family to put them all together in a bloodline match, and that could lead to the possibility of Roman versus Rock later on, maybe at WrestleMania. At WrestleMania 41 next year, wherever it might be. Hopefully, someone's warm. But that's cool. And then we get into Bayley, the new women's champion. She comes out. Fans are going crazy for her, telling that she deserves it, and she's in a better mood because she's back as a face now, and that's cool. Tiffany Stratton, who's I think a lot of people were surprised by her absence from WrestleMania because she was on a roll, and I think people were wanting to see more of her, and I think it was ready. Maybe WWE didn't want to push the button on her too soon, but I think the fans were ready to see more of Tiffany, and I think some people were let down that she wasn't involved in WrestleMania in some way. But she comes out and she's like, no, man, it's me. It's my turn now. Like, I'm here to challenge you. And Billy's like, no, man, I got something else in mind. And Naomi comes out and she's like, well, I beat Naomi already, And then they have a face-to-face, and then now they got a match. Naomi versus Tiffany, and Naomi wins, which is cool. I have no problem with that. But I'm surprised that Naomi won because I thought they were going to have Tiffany, which I'm sure at some point it's going to be Tiffany versus Bayley. And they might even, I don't know, man, might throw the belt on Tiffany. Maybe not soon. Maybe we get to SummerSlam. I think we're going to see Tiffany Stratton versus Bayley at SummerSlam. I think that'd be a good match. What else do we got going on? I'm loving A-Town Down Under. I picked them to win the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, because I'm happy that they're doing something with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, using them more. And I think they're good heels. They're entertaining. They're funny. They do their job right. So I'm happy that they are champions. I'm looking forward to more tag team wrestling in general, and tag team wrestling that goes into actual direction for something, and not just them just doing stuff for the sake of just doing stuff, but opportunity for these different tag teams to get tick on TV, so you get seen more. There's so many good tag teams on Raw and SmackDown, and so now with the title split up, you get to see more of them, hopefully, to be able to do more stuff, see more great matches going forward. So that's cool. I think we're going to have the Street Profits versus Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne with a new Catch Republic. Maybe next week to kind of determine the number one contender for the Tag Team Championships at Backlash. But yeah, we got that. After that, we got Jade Cargill comes out. I need them to do something with her entrance. The opening part is cool. They're coming out and they got like the little laser light, and she does her thing. And that's cool. And I know they got like the little like snowflakes and stuff that comes down, but it's the camera angle. Like I said before, like on Raw, it was like you was looking up her nose the whole time while she was walking down down to the ring. And it's just, I don't like the angles that they're using for her. I think they can do better. It just, I don't know. Y'all get the budget. Use the budget. You know, you want to make her a superstar, use the budget better. Make her interest better. But she's in a tag match against Chelsea Green, Piper Niven. And then we're trying to figure out who our partner was going to be in a tag team match. And I think this is also cool. Like, they want, if we're doing more tag team matches and more tag teams, and so now we're going to see the women's tag team championship be defended a little bit more often and whatnot. And I want to see all of that, man. Like, there's so many great superstars on Raw and SmackDown. They got so much talent, and yeah, it's just not enough TV time for all of them, you know. So maybe pairing them up is a good way, so you can get to see some of your favorites or some of these up and coming superstars wrestle a little bit more. But they decided to pair Jade and Bianca. I feel like a lot of us saw that coming together, and I think it is a good pairing, and it might allow Jade to kind of learn the WWE system a little bit better, being paired with Bianca. I want to see what their tag team name is going to be. They came out and they had not the same style outfit, but matching colors. You know, the colors were matching. A little bit of black girl magic or something like that. I don't know if they're gonna call it that, but it's just cool to see that on TV, them dominating like they did. Both of these women are two strong, powerful women. They got great in-ring ability, you know. So I'm hoping that they're able to go far. I could see them winning the Raw. Well, not them Raw. I could see them winning the women's tag team championships, and then probably eventually splitting with Jade turning heel, and this would give you a Jade versus Bianca matchup, maybe sometime in WrestleMania next year too, as well. If they can push the storyline all the way to then, but excuse me. I think this is a good pairing between Jade and Bianca. I look forward to seeing stuff, but I look forward to seeing more of what's going to happen with that. I just feel like, man, WWE is in a great direction with what they're trying to do with things. Things are unpredictable. Things are feel new and like fresh. I know we're getting like glitches on the TV, you know, hinting at something else. Maybe it's a continuation of Uncle Howie and Howdy and the Bray Riot like story in a sense. You know, I know a lot of us was, you know, left hanging because we want to know what was gonna come, what was next, you know. And maybe we, from watching the doc, you know, we got little Easter eggs and we got like a little cliffhanger or like a little post credit thing, or whatever. And then with that WWE world, it felt like it was a little bit more to it. So I hope it's cool, man. I hope they do right by Bray's idea and his visions or whatnot going forward. And if this is him, or if this is a continuation of his story, I hope is amazing. I think I would have preferred it not to be like glitches through WWE TV programming. I always thought, I don't know, I've been like thinking about it, and I thought it'd be something cool to where like the new Fiend character, like Get Up or whatever statue, or clothing and stuff like that was stolen and not necessarily published through WWE TV or news, but through like some little like small outlet, probably still owned by WWE, of course, but no one knew that it was affiliated with WWE. And they took this Fiend character, and because I think what I appreciated so much about what Bray Riot was doing was it was more than just wrestling. It was just creative, like genius, you know. And it was like he was involved in like the paranormal and like horror genre of things, and I want them to go in that route with it and stay in that route with it. So it could have been like some like robbery where maybe Bo Dallas, or you know, kind of tweeted out something like, "Oh man, I'm devastated that someone would take this memory of Bray and steal it or vandalize it, or the guy who made it or whatnot." and you can see people out in the woods or back into the old woods where Bray, the first Bray Riot character started, and them trying to, like, I don't know, summon something or like some type of cult like activity, and we're trying to bring this Fiend character back to life, or this, I don't know, just reconstruct the Firefly Funhouse or the old Bray Wyatt compound, Wyatt compound with the chair and all that stuff. It's just trying to bring all those pieces back together, but just not use the internet, kind of like how the Blair Witch Project did a long time ago, where we didn't know if it was real, if it was fake at the time, and it was just so much hype around it that it turned into something like crazy, I hope they're able to do something like that with this Bray Wyatt stuff. But what do you guys think? Are you guys, if it is Bray Wyatt stuff, do you think it's too soon? Do you guys want it? Do you guys don't want it? Do you wish they would have just left it alone? Bray's gone, and so they can't do it justice? Or you say, man, give me all the Bray content you got. I want it all. I want all the craziness. I want the Fiend. I want Uncle Howdy. I want whatever twisted things that Bray was thinking about to come to light and put it on TV for us all, to share and just be in awe with. But yeah, let me know, comment below about that. What else is after that? Then we had the other triple threat match, which was involving AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, and I'm blanking out. I don't remember who the other person was. Let's pause that. Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, and Rey Mysterio. I totally forgot. Doing too much, man. But that was a great match. AJ Styles ended up winning with an Avalanche Styles Clash, pinning Rey Mysterio. And now we got a LA Knight versus AJ Styles Part 2. I don't know if we wanted it, but we're getting it. Excuse me. And this will determine Cody's opponent at Backlash for the championship. I'm going to pick AJ Styles because we got to have face versus heel. So I'm picking AJ Styles as Cody's opponent. Cody's opponent at Backlash. I got Cody still winning, obviously. And he's going to be AJ Styles, but I think it's going to be a great match. This new version of AJ Styles, the dude, super buff, still can do all the moves. He just seems like he's in peak condition. AJ Styles is A1, man, right now. And I'm happy that they're able to do more with him, that he's back. And if he can stay healthy, I think he has one more run in him. Whether it might not be as WWE Undisputed Champion, maybe as World Heavyweight Champion once if that championship comes over to SmackDown. But I think AJ Styles has another run in him. And yeah, man, I think he deserves it, man, before it's time for him to get up out of here. But yeah, man, AJ Styles, LA Knight Part 2. Did you want it? Let me know. Comment below. That's like the end of the SmackDown. I think I'm going to say that I might be biased because I really like all the Bloodline stuff. So I'm going to say the SmackDown was better than Raw to me. What do you guys think? Was it better to you? I think the one good thing about SmackDown was what hurt Raw the most was that long, dragged out segment to me. It really changed the energy of everything on the show. So not having that, everybody seems to be staying within their time limits and stuff kind of running smoothly. Made me feel that's why I am picking SmackDown better than Raw this week. I want it to be a competition. Maybe, yeah. Each week, I will kind of determine what show is better, Raw or SmackDown. This week is SmackDown. What do you guys think? Let me know. Comment below. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Trying to take this thing to be cool, be entertaining, interesting. I want to interact with you guys more. Like I say, man, see me, your best Tommy Tonga wrestling matches that you guys have seen him in, so I can get familiar with him, so I can learn a little bit more about him and whatnot. Give me feedback, like I said before. Check out the Superkick store. I'll be back. Oh, another episode of my WWE What If series going to debut next Wednesday. I've been so busy with everything else, and WrestleMania I didn't have time to sit down and redo one. But get ready to check that out. And try to edit that this weekend and then throw that out there. But yeah, man, what else? I think that might be it. I will see you guys again probably Wednesday, because I might drop, looking to drop, my recap from Raw Wednesday. So that you probably get 2 things from me next week, in addition to all my reels daily. But yeah, man, until next time, adios, peace.